Okay. So our working title is called Snowflake, and our caption is "No mind is too small." I'm going to pass it over to Pardeep.
Our idea for our short film is that there are 4 candidates, and they're taken into this room, the examination room, and they are told that they have to crack a code. And one of the candidates is a child, and in the first scene you see him holding a snow globe, which he is in love with, and when he's being taken into the room, he drops it, and he gets taken into the room, and they're seated, and the invigilator says that there's a code, there's a hidden code on your paper. Your objective is to crack this code. You have beside you your paper, pencil and scissors, and you can't spoil your paper. And before he leaves, he says, "What makes you happy?" Then he leaves, and everyone's thinking like money and cars and something superficial, and the kid he doesn't say anything, and so they're trying to crack the code. An example is
Someone actually tries
put
joining
some money and joining the dots up and trying to crack the code. But this kid, he thinks of the question of what makes him happy, and he thinks of his snow globe, which has snowflakes in it, and he cuts out a paper snowflake out of this sheet of paper, and then he finds out that the code left on the snowflake is the cracking of the code, and basically everyone gets taken out except him, and then the invigilator comes to him and basically says, "No, mind is too small."
And that's where the credits start running and it ends. So production is called MPT.
This is our mood board. Originally, we got the idea from the film called The Exam. In that film, they had 6 candidates and they have to answer a question, but they don't know what the question is. So that's where we initially got the idea from. And yeah, we have a snow gun, a child, a snowflake.
So initially we start off with this scene. This shot is taken by an establishing shot. For this shot, we intend to use this shot because we can use it correctly. We're going to do this by getting both the mother and the son, and then getting them separated through in and out of the door. We're going to do this by showing the snow globe in this scene as well as that.
This is kind of our one and only location, which is the Allen Hall. This is just where the board where the vigilator will be standing. This will be taken as a long shot from behind the candidates.
This is another shot of the location. As you can see, we've got quite a big space, and because we've only got 4 candidates, it gives a sense of mystery because we've got 4 candidates in such a big room, which makes you think, like, do we really need space there? And it's going to be an established shot so you can see the whole location, and just over that, the audience will be like, oh, what are they actually doing there?
I think the lighting in there is key to us, because it's a big space, we're not actually going to use the whole hall. So lighting is going to be key, because we're going to have certain lights on and certain lights off. So yeah. This is the breakdown of the budget. So I've said that directors and producers will get a reasonable amount of pay. Also, we have 5 in the cast. We have 5 people. So yeah, which ends up being a grand total of around £6.60. Total above the line figure is £268.60. As well as that, we have all the props and the rental agreement that we need. So we need a video camera, tripod, speakers, so on. Our overall grand total would be around about £600 for us to be able to make a short film. Yeah. However, this is our real budget. So initially we would only need a camera, which is just going to cost us £10 deposit each, like 4 people, sorry. We need the Allen Hall, which is located in Wanstead High School, which is no cost. And we need a stationery set, which we could buy from Poundland for. On the USB stick.
So basically, you're probably all just sat there thinking, why can't us? Our film has a sense of mystery, and there's a different thing to it. As everyone's probably seen Men in Black, right? The first one. You see how Will Smith is there, he just said different when he has to write on the paper, he drags the tape from one side to the other. And at that moment, you're like, what's he doing? Compared to everyone else, is he actually going to get through? And he gets through. And that's where the little kid comes in. Everyone looks at him, he'll be like, this little kid's gonna crack a code. You look at him, and at the end, he seems to have cracked the code. That's where we got a little mystery coming in. Also, it's because of Snowflake's little kid, it's like innocent. And when you think about code, it's more or less of a, what's it called, like an evil kind of sense coming from it, if you know what I mean. Usually when someone like crack a code, whole lot of codes, people think it's for like hacking or something, if you see what I'm talking about. So there's a binary opposite of good over evil. Yeah, but no matter where you are, everyone understands good over evil. Usually good overcome evil in most cases. That's why. That's why the audience after film we've got, you know, we can go to a wider audience because everyone really will just understand what's going on. That good overcome this thing. If we go to show this off, we usually just go to film festivals, and it's like what? It's not even a long. The films are not of a long running time. So, you know, no one's gonna mind just, you know, sitting there for a couple of minutes and just watching a film, which is good story. Okay, so I'll have these two particular locations, so let's put them up, as you can see our location. And yeah, so I hope you decide to find that film. It'll be nice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your pitch. Clearly a lot of work has gone into that. I think you set out quite a lot of the information for us, and I think the addition of Mohammed's bit at the end was really important actually, because you did it more as a pitch rather than just explaining. You kind of said, hey, why would you want to see my film? And you sort of brought that back and you related it to an example that we would have all seen. And I really like the fact you thought about your audience, the fact that this was quite a universal idea. You kind of went for that binary opposition thing of, good versus evil, everybody likes. And I thought that was really good. That was a very good finish to persuade me of your idea. You've clearly done a lot of progress. I like the budget breakdown, which looked very detailed. So your sound development. What I'm coming back to is the sort of first idea. What didn't come across to me was, what world are we in? Is this like now? Is it in the real world? What exam is it? I didn't get that feeling of time.
You know where you showed us that 2 + 2 = 5. So it's like a new regime that someone is starting up.
In the future.
It's
It's a future world, it's going to be a totalitarian world where people can't be creative, where they can't. But that needed to come across so that and that sense of fear and why are the people there. And so maybe you could have started your pitch with a question, how would you feel if? What would you think if? And sort of Jordan thought, oh, no, that'd be really awful. God, I was stuck in an exam and I didn't know why. Yeah, and really sort of conveyed that. Also, I think you didn't give me any information about casting, which I think would be crucial, and I'm quite interested in this role of the invigilator, who that would be, because we did talk at one point about whether that person will be implied and come over a tunnel and they're almost in a back room looking down, or whether they'd be actually a person. What might be a more effective, more sinister way of
If you don't see the invigilator, but you hear his voice, I think that would be more effective.
We were thinking through speakers.
Like a big brother, sort of.
Yeah.
I think that would be more effective.
Have you secured any casting for the film?
Yeah, we have. It was on the budget breakdown.
Oh, sorry.
So basically, we have for casting we have 5 people. That's including the invigilator and the security person that's going to be standing. We have actually found someone that would take part as I think someone in year 7. So we just need to get through the permission from the parents and all that, and then we should be set.
Okay, and tell me why, I sort of understand your idea now, why is it going to work as a short film? Why do you think it's right for the short film medium?
Well, I think it will work is something different, right? You don't really, like the 2 + 2 = 5. There's one kid who, stands up and they try to put him down, they try to push him down. And that's what all the other candidates are like. There's a little kid, he's not going to get past this. They're going to push him down. She doesn't talk, he's just a little kid in the corner. That's what he is, and he overcomes everything, and he stands up, he makes the difference, and that's why the film's a little different, and people want to watch it.
As well as that, it's overall there's a message that we're trying to portray. The message is innocence, that no one too small is not capable of doing something that a grown-up would be able to do. So I think that's what our overall objective is, to pass on this message.
I think that's lovely, because we've seen that some of the short films we've looked at have had that, haven't they? We talked about having some effective message, something that, if it's in a short film, you want people to take something away after the film, you want to resonate after the end of the film, and like the 2 + 2 + 5 kind of did that for me and I think other people. Anyone else got any questions for them?
There's questions. That's okay. Basically, since you're going to use the Alan Turnbull, there's a chance that you might approach continuity error, because we might have some works going on there, there might be chairs there. How do you plan to evade this?
First of all, what we're going to do is, before we actually need to use the hall, we're going to go to the PE department and ask, I think it's Mr. Bennett, we're going to ask him if he's actually using it or if there's any table tennis equipment left over. The day when that's not on, that's the day we're going to actually go in there and film.
But even if the staff is removed and put back to place, it might not be precisely where it was when the film.
We can look over the film and see.
We're planning initially, because it's that number, we can hopefully finish the whole thing in a day, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The film, let's just say we have 2-3 hours free.
But that's not going to happen.
I think
It's probably what happens. But even if we go through 2 days, we can check the film, go over the film, or even if we just take pictures of the hall to see where everything is, we can move it out.
Yeah, I think it's better if you do a schedule of when it's free.
Oh yeah, we've done that.
Yeah,
we've sorted that out. Don't worry about it.
Good luck, man.
Yes, miss.
Is there dialogue in it?
Yes, but
Yes.
very little.
Very little dialogue.
Yeah.
So, do we get to know these characters because you use the example of Men in Black, and the thing about Men in Black is that we've met that character before he goes into that interview. So we know, the only one that we know in the interview is Will Smith, so we kind of root for him.
Yeah.
Do we meet the little boy before he goes in?
Outside, you do meet
He drops the snowflow.
Basically, he's with his mum.
Right.
He gets separated from his mum, and he has a snow globe in his hand, which drops onto the floor.
And does it break?
Yeah.
It breaks. So that's meant to be like his only toy, or that's what he loves. And that's where we as the audience will feel sympathy towards him. As well as that, when we kind of get an idea of the other candidates as well, through what, when the vigilator says, what makes you happy? You've got people choosing cars, money, so that kind of emphasises what type of people these people are.
Okay.
And perhaps the way they respond to the stress of the
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
as well. Whether they
It's going to be differently.
It's not each character, one character just...
Or think mum might be overconfident, thinking
Yeah.
that he's got it in the bag or something
and
like
one
that.
just panicking completely. So
Is the kid concerned with cracking the code, or
No.
is he
No.
just
He's
being
just something that makes him happy.
creative?
He misses his mum, he misses the snow globe, he just
He's
cuts the
so
snowflake to replace the emptiness there of the snow globe. So he cuts out a snowflake,
Right,
and
okay.
then from there it goes to the invigilator coming down saying, yeah.
And how? So it's a nice theme that Miss asked you about. Like, what is the theme? And you're saying it's sort of like, it's almost like hope in a way, that big things can come from small people sometimes. Is the kid gonna kind of be aware of it, or is anyone going to be aware of it, or is it just us in the audience that kind of are aware that this happened? Is he proud of himself that he's cracked the code, or I'm trying to see like the end of how you're wrapping it up.
He doesn't know what's going on. Like, if you know what I mean, he's got a snowflake, and invigilator comes and says, "No man, it's too small." So So he doesn't know what's going on. He's probably just looking at the invigilator and going, "What are you on about?" Right? But the audience know exactly what's going on, and they invigilator.
Okay.
So it's like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
I was down.
Okay.